Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good afternoon from Ron Model Field on the campus of Tri-C West. In about 10 minutes, we will be underway. We appreciate your patience. We went live about 15 minutes ago, I believe. Your wait ends in about 10 minutes when this game should be underway. Anticipate a 5 p.m. first pitch for the second game. We apologize for the delay, but that apology only goes so far considering how good game number 1 was. We will be back on in a few minutes to begin our pregame set. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. A good game number 1 for Tri-C as they took down Bryant Stratton by a final of 7-4. Tri-C looks for win number 36 in game 2. It's the Triceratops and the Bobcats up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Timber Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back-to-back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and It's alive. Hansen pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable. Once again, good afternoon from Ron Motto Field on the campus of Tri-C West for game number 2 of the penultimate doubleheader of the OCCAC season. Bryant and Stratton looking to get a get-right game and win for the 20th time this year. But to do so, they would have to interrupt a 35-game win streak of the 36-5 Tri-C Triceratops. He's John Kersey. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you once again this afternoon. John, what a first game. Throughout the first 5 innings, it was all Tri-C. Then in the 6th, Bryant and Stratton made it interesting before at the end of the inning, Jackson Bowles and company said, not so fast. We're ending it right here, right now. 7-4 your final. Big takeaways?
Jackson Bowles is fast. That's probably the biggest takeaway, I think. I mean, basically, he manufactured that last run. And that might have made a lot of decisions a little bit easier for Coach Kyle Strawberg. He didn't have to think about bringing in his closer. He could stay with Cox in that 7th inning. And I think the biggest upside for me with Tri-C is that 2 pitchers got them through a 7-inning game with a nice victory, where Bryant and Stratton used 3 pitchers already and have a loss. So when you're looking at a 4-game series with another game coming up now and then 2 more coming up just down the road, how you use your pitchers and how well your pitchers respond is extremely important. So the good offense, great base running on the part of Tri-C, some suspect defense from Bryant and Stratton that I think really impacted that final score. And then on top of that, the fact that they needed 3 pitchers, I think that puts Tri-C in a really good position going into the 2nd game of the doubleheader today.
Looking at your starters, first for Tri-C, it is Mitch Harder beginning this game as expected. He is a sophomore from Anthony Wayne High School, and the other part of his battery, a new catcher, it is Bryson Britton, the freshman from St. Winston Churchill High School. I think it's school of something. It's some kind of high school, Winston Churchill in there. ST at the beginning. I don't think it's St. Winston Churchill, but then again, we've seen St. added in front of a bunch of random things before, so I don't put that out of the realm of possibility. But either way, Tri-C, a completely new battery.
Hang on a minute. I have to have some fun with that, right? Winston Churchill was a lot of things, but he was not a saint.
I will agree with that one. Completely. I will agree with that one. And then going on over to Bryant and Stratton once again, you have Cooper Villarreal, the sophomore, and he will be pitching to the redshirt freshman, Nico Rich. And the interesting thing about this battery, John, they're from the state of Michigan, and we're from Ohio, to quote a very infamous song that hopefully will have a sweeter tune to it come November.
Let's agree that Nico could probably have a better game, too, than he did in game 1.
In talking to people between the games, he's the only catcher they have, so you got to cut him some slack. Obviously, there's some mistakes he made that he could have adjusted, but that game's behind him. Right now, all that I'm concerned with is you have a catcher who, on his day, can make some great plays, and that's what I want to see from Nico in this contest. But, John, we talked about it before. We weren't going to spend too much time setting up this matchup because we did a lot of that at the top of the first broadcast. Let's talk Shedeur Sanders for a minute here. The 144th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft is a Brown. What are your thoughts on that move? Because I don't think anybody, after Dylan Gabriel was selected 93rd overall yesterday, or 94, whichever one it was, expected Shedeur to be a Brown.
I don't know what's more astonishing to me, that he's a Cleveland Brown or that he was selected at 144. Obviously, the Browns are very confident with Joe Flacco and Mr. Pickett, and I'm guessing they're going to be competing, but I don't know how much competition that's really going to be. I think the quarterbacks that they bring into camp after that are going to be projects. People who maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now would be the number 1 starter and taking the most of the snaps under center. I can't put a finger on why Sanders slid down that much. I mean, he didn't do the combine. I don't think he did really great with his interviews. There might be some combination of factors, but having said that, if he turns out well for the Browns, I mean, there was a guy that got drafted really, really low that did pretty good for the New England Patriots. You may have heard of him, right? Yeah. So, you know, there's always a possibility that somebody might end up being really good that we just don't know right now.
And in looking at what people are saying about him, they're comparing him to a Geno Smith, but if you get Geno Smith in his career path at 144, that's still a big win, if that can happen. But I think a big thing that's going to happen is Shadur is going to be sat down and said, listen, we know you can play. Prove it, otherwise you're not on the 53. Because Joe Flacco, he is guaranteed a spot on the 53-man roster. If not, I feel like that would be a travesty if that happens. Pickett, I think his days are numbered. I mean, you see Seattle last night, they drafted a quarterback, and now they traded out of one of their backups. So all of a sudden, that move has been made. I think Pickett gets moved. And what a funny turn of fate it would be if a team that is in need of a backup quarterback, a team that he used to play for in Pittsburgh, trades back for Kenny Pickett to have him be QB2.
That would be fascinating. But having said that, I think you're right. I do believe Pickett's days in Cleveland are numbered. But let's just see how this all unfolds. I mean, right now, Flacco fever is very, very high in Northeast Ohio. So let's hope that continues through September, October, November, and December for sure.
And once again, I think given what has happened today in the NFL draft, I will do a full talking head video about the draft, just kind of break things down. Expect that in the next couple of weeks. Once again, I am done with school on Thursday. Technically, the last quote-unquote final I have, it's due May 6th, but I can be at home and do it. So May 1, I'm pretty much done. So after that, I can make that video. We'll talk a lot about that. And I think this summer on SmeeSports, we're going to bring back in some of the pro content, talk about the upcoming seasons, do that on top of broadcasting, I think, what some people describe as too many games. But considering that we did the entirety of the NEO Youth Elite Christmas Classic, no such terms are in our vocabulary, given 5 games each day for 2 days. And oh, by the way, we did a doubleheader the night before, so
yeah,
we've done a lot of games on the channel, and that will continue into this week, as pretty much every day is a scheduled game. Friday up in the air, but if I have my way, I will be in Lakewood on Friday for Lakewood and St. Ed's. And more importantly, it is Lakewood's Friday night under the lights, as they like to brand it. Looking forward to hopefully seeing that. But going back to baseball here at Ron Model Field, the time is 5:02. McLean is in the box, and we are underway. It's a first pitch strike from Mitch Harder, and Game 2 is underway. The final regular season home game of the 2025 campaign. It is a good day for baseball. It has been really cold, but otherwise, a pretty decent afternoon for America's pastime. 0-2 the count. Harder. 2 great offerings to get us underway.
Throwing the hard stuff very early.
And I like it. Be aggressive early on and take over at bats. Here's the 0-2. Oh my, it's a beauty, Clark. 3 pitches, a beautiful dip. 1 up, 1 down. What an off-speed dipper. Oh man. Exactly what Mitch Harder needed to do. He brought the breaking ball. Slash, I think it could be a changeup. We'll see the way it dips. That's a changeup more than a breaker. But, John, either way, that's pitch of the doubleheader so far. That was beautiful. And he does it again. 0-1 the count.
He is laser beam focused right now. Those first 4 pitches are all amazing.
You can kind of call him Money Mitch as of right now. Hopefully he will continue pitching that way for Tri-C's sake. And he will. 0-2 the count. We might be beginning to witness history here. This is just a great way to start the game for Mitch Harder. Can he keep it going? 0-2 the count. Harder looking for a second consecutive strikeout. Oh, man. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 strikeouts, 2 down.
He got it swinging, and I'm not sure that Amos ever saw it.
And unfortunately, there was an airmail over on the throwdown 2-3. But either way, 2 up, 2 down. And this inning is going very well for Mitch Harder. And for Tri-C as a whole. Can he keep it going, though? That's the question. Hudson Gherkin now steps in. He is the third baseman. 7 strikes. 0-1 the count. What a start. I am thoroughly impressed by Mitch Harder right now. This is some great baseball. Here's the 0-1. Chopped left side. The immaculate inning is off the table, but the Bobcats will go in order. Miller, a great chuck across the diamond, retires the side. John, we were 2 pitches away from an immaculate inning, but either way, the side goes in order. Mitch Harder, with a purpose, pitches perfectly in the top of the first.
Sure does, and we're going to see how Tri-C reacts a little bit in Game 2. We have a couple of little lineup changes, so we'll See, not only a new first baseman, but a new catcher for the Triceratops.
And we will get into that after we return from this commercial break. This is college baseball on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Welcome back to Ron Muddle Field for the bottom of the first inning in Game 2 of our doubleheader. No score quite yet. It is Cohen Merritt, Jackson Bowles, and Pat Farrell due up this frame. Merritt, plenty of speed on the base path in game number 1. He looks to get there as the leadoff hitter. It's hit into right center field and caught on a line by Al Zakwani for out number 1. He is batting in place of Wims, who got injured at the end of game number 1 about a half hour ago. An unfortunate play, a foul ball not read right by both parties. A collision over at first base saw him along with Green come out of the game. But from what we've heard, both of them are okay. And it looks like we have pretty much the whole peanut gallery here from Tri-C's roster. I mean, how many players do we have in the box now? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a lot of players here. John, it's a party in the press box.
They're bringing the heat today.
Definitely, and if the heat can stay up here, then by all means, it can come. A good first offering, but now 1-1 the count on Bowles. Bowles, we saw him pretty much create a run of his own in the last game, going back to the bottom of the 6th inning. He stood at first base. 2 wild pitches later, he's home. And that's really impressive from him. He went from corner to corner and then stole home on a pass ball. Now 2-2 the count on the freshman from Glen Oak High School. After Bowles, it goes to Pat Farrell. Here comes the 2-2. And it misses off the plate, now full. Once again on the mound for Bryant Stratton in game number 2, Cooper Villarreal.
And when he misses, he is really missing so far.
That has been a common theme for both sides today. Here's the payoff. Fouled away. And over towards the parking lot. So this is where you take a second, say a prayer for your car, and get back to the action. Still full on Bowles. The lefty trying to get on the base path. The payoff runs inside, and it is a 1-out walk for Jackson Bowles.
Not the best person to walk.
That's usually the easiest part of his day.
Batting third.
He gets on, and then the difficulty comes. He zips around the bases like nobody's business. He might be the fastest guy in the OCCAC, and I would say he is one of the best, if not the best player in JUCO in this state and this region for sure. He has been tremendous. And now a hard 90 for Pat Farrell. Just like that, 2 base runners on now for Tri-C, and up steps Brock Miller. He really hasn't had his big hit that we are used to him having yet today. But all it takes is one swing of the bat for Brock Miller to get right back to his best. And if he gets a hold of the baseball, albeit with not as much wind as we would hope, he could still hit it out of here. In talking to some of the players who almost went yard last game, they said they hit it as hard as they could. It just didn't get the carry they're used to. First pitch is going to be a ball on Miller. 1-0 the count. After Brock Miller, it goes to the designated hitter, Brendan Hazuda. Villarreal looking for out number 2 after retiring Merritt, who was the leadoff hitter. Now 2-0 as he misses upstairs.
Villarreal is being very careful with Miller.
And that has kind of hurt Miller today because the only contact he's getting is Contact right to the defense. 2-0 the count. Lets one go low. It skips left of reach, and that will put 2 runners in scoring position, including the ever-dangerous Jackson Bulls 90 feet away. So 3-0 the count, and the bases could load up for Brendan Hazuda, who, as we mentioned a couple of times, I think he wants redemption for the longest ever RBI single to win a game that happened 2 weeks ago against Hawking College. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Ball 4 called inside. Miller is aboard, and the bases are juiced.
You have your wish.
And up steps Brendan Hazuda.
Now batting for the
He wants it.
the
He wants the
number
grand
15,
slam, and
Brendan
that would be
Hazuda.
one heck of a way to get this game underway. If he is able to go yard here, Tri-C, they're going to feel really good about where they sit. I mean, winners of 35 straight, they feel good regardless, but when you see a couple of runs on the board, it eases any lingering nerves. Strike one called and a beautiful break. It almost hit Hazuda, but somehow it clips the corner.
Might be his best pitch so far this inning.
The breaking balls have been tremendous by both sides today, as expected at this level. Here is the 0-1. Down in the ground, but Reach keeps it close. Bulls will stay put at third. I think if you're inside his mind, you're saying, dang it, I want it home. He definitely wants to take 4 if he can. But it is easier said than done. 1-1 the count. Villarreal sets and fires. Once again low, and Reach another good block. Short-term memory, that's all I'm saying about a catcher. You have to have it.
Said last game he's going to wear out those knee pads.
I mean, he struggled last game, but short-term memory right now. 2 good blocks. He needs to keep it going here. Here's the 2-1. Just a bit inside, and Hazuda is hit. A slightly anticlimactic way to open the scoring in game number 2. It doesn't matter. A run scores. 1-0 Tri-C. And now Joey Lehner steps in. Bases still loaded. Still 1 down.
Now batting for the Triceratops.
And as well,
second baseman number
no
14,
hits.
Joey Lehner.
2 walks, 2 hard 90s, 0 hits. Impressive work. But Tri-C, they would definitely like to get a hit here because opposed to just 1 run that you would get from a walk or hit by pitch, a hit makes this 3-0 at a minimum most likely.
But the pitcher right now has got some control issues.
Now, time has been called. Keep in mind, we still have a doubleheader tomorrow to close out the season. Bryant and Stratton, they're playing for their lives to stay in potential contention for the tournament, so they need a win here.
And here it is, the first inning, and we're seeing action in the Bryant and Stratton bullpen.
And once again, the Peanut Gallery is back to their best with music choice. I know we definitely can't hear it in the background. Just trying to hopefully not get copyright struck by YouTube, but then again, half the time that is a losing battle. As the craziest time that we did get copyright struck was one of the cold games. It was a cold night in November at Maple Heights. I was literally just shifting pages for the pregame show. You heard a little bit of audio in the background. And YouTube came down and said, no, copyright. So that was unfortunate, so we might see it again. The 1-0 is low, now 2-0. We'll try to see 2 balls away from making it 2-0 without lifting as much of a finger on the base path or in the box.
I have a feeling Lehner's going to swing if it's close at 2-0.
He wants it. He definitely does. Now 3-0. It was not close.
It wasn't close.
A little bit too low on the offering. After Lehner, it goes to Gallagher as well. Yet another person you do not want to see in the on-deck circle. But I think if this is a walk, Villarreal's day is done. Here is the 3-0. 2-0. Oh, no. They're going to call it a strike. I thought that was low, but I'd say close enough for the decision given the circumstances. So now 3-1. Hopefully, if you are a Tri-C fan, that doesn't jinx. And they call it again. Now 3-2. John, I know those were close, but I thought those were a little bit too inside or low. Here's the payoff. Hit into left center field. That is a heck of a lot better than an RBI walk. It's in the gap. Hazuda is going to third. 2 runners in front of him will score. It's a 2 RBI double for Joey Lehner. Well, John, I think that you would agree with me that that is a heck of a lot better than an RBI walk.
No doubter either.
Beautiful gapper, and as expected, he swung. It was close. He made something happen. And that is hit number 1 on the afternoon for Tri-C in game number 2. Gallagher now steps in. 2 runners in scoring position. And the Triceratops offensively are back to their best. First pitch from Villarreal. Cut and a miss from Gallagher. You could tell he wants it all. It was a good idea, but just didn't commit to the swing. So now 0-1 the count. We will see if he changes up his approach at all on the 0-1. Villarreal sets and fires. And it is in there now, 0-2. After Gallagher, it goes to Bryson Britton, the catcher. What are the odds that if it's close, we see just kind of a push swing where he tries to get it past short and third? That could potentially be in play if it is close. He just needs contact if it is. The 0-2, just a bit outside. A good slide stop by Reach. Not close enough to get a frame down. Ball 1 called. Now below they're saying 2-2's the count. I think it's still 1-2. The pitch. It has to be 1-2. Now it doesn't matter. It's strike 3 on the swing for out number 2. Strikeout number 1 on the afternoon for Villarreal. And now Britton will step in.
Now batting for the Triceratops.
Britton still has 2 runners in scoring
11.
position.
Bryson
Lehner is
Britton.
at second, and Hazuda is at third for Tri-C. 3 runs have scored, John, but with 2 still in scoring position, they want 5, and that would be a successful inning most likely in their minds. 3 it is, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to leave runners stranded, especially in a game that could potentially come down to 9 or 10 runs if Bryant Stratton can turn on the Jets offensively.
This is fascinating. Villarreal seems to be having much better success finding the strike zone against lefties and righties.
So that will be a battle decision come the next inning if he stays in or not. Because if you see a bunch of righties in the queue, you're not going to keep him in. But you kind of have to at this point. I think if the offense scores a couple runs, then you keep him in. But if not, it might be a tough call. But he has rebounded quite nicely so far. The 0-2 hit left side, and the rebound is over. It's an RBI single. They send a second, and Lehner is in. And getting to second on the chaos is Britton. A 2 RBI single and advancement on the throw home. 5-0 Tri-C. Wow. A beautiful cut left side. It gets right past the shortstop and third baseman. Perfect placement.
Now batting for
The ball just kind of dropped. The
Left
tag
fielder
was
number
there.
6, Adam.
He just didn't have the ball. And that was his undoing. Rich, the 9-hitter, now steps in. Runner in scoring position, 2 down, 5-0 the score. He bunts it foul. An interesting choice to get us underway for this at-bat. With 2 down, I don't mind it, but at the same time, trust his bat. He can swing.
He's a lefty. The third baseman's playing well off. He probably felt he could get the guy to third and maybe get on first himself.
We will see what he goes up with this time, or if we even see a swing. Well outside, 1-1. After Ridge, we see someone that we haven't seen in a very long time, Cohen Merritt. And by a long time, I mean probably 10 minutes ago when this inning began.
That was a nice piece of hitting by Britton.
100%. That was a beautiful piece. I was talking about that with Gallagher of pushing it over to that left side, and that's exactly what he did. So 2-1 the count on Rich. Villarreal looking to get out of this inning. No more damage. Count even. A good pitch from Villarreal. I think it's the bottom right they say he hits. A good spot nonetheless. 2s all the way around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 hits this inning from Tri-C. And they thought it was strike 3 on the corner. Reach, he was ready to throw down to end the inning. If he would have done that and that throw went wide, talk about repercussions. We are full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a big payoff, and he doesn't have to go, but we might see a steal attempt here. We won't. Here's the payoff. Cranked right side. Still going back. It is going to die at the warning track. And that will retire the side. A good pop off of the bat, but not enough depth on the swing from Rich. But it does not matter. 5 Triceratops come home after reaching base. 5-0 your score through 1 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. 1 inning in the books. One team very pleased with how this game has gone. The other has a lot more left to be desired. 5-0 your score. John, this is the Tri-Seed that we have seen all year, and they are back.
They came out of the box in the first inning, very aggressive at the plate, very aggressive on the base pass, and got rewarded with 5 runs on just 2 hits.
Only 2 hits, as you said, and they were good hits as well. A 2 RBI double from Lehner, probably the best one. But Britton, a good piece over to the left side, splitting short and third. A very good bit of hitting, but still a lot of game left to go. If they want the run rule, they need 5 more runs, because we saw last time they put up 5 runs in the third, but they never got the run rule. They were close. They just couldn't get the offense going when they needed to at the end to get it done. Only winning by 3. You say only, but this team, they have dominated team after team. But it is good for them to battle in those kinds of games. They need to be able to prove to themselves that they can win 32-0, but at the same time, win 3-2.
One of the offensive stars for Bryant and Stratton is at bat right now.
Brody Puchmacher stepping in. I mean, he was really good in the last game. Swinging and a miss on the first one, 0-1 for Puchmacher. Or Maher, excuse me. But it will be him, Ensley, and Cope do up this inning for the Bobcats. Bryant and Stratton, they need an explosive inning. Here is the 0-1 from Harder. And that is off the plate. That is the first ball of the game, and that is pitch number 9. So Harder, he has been really consistent with his spots. But 1-1 the count on the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to cut right through. A good off-speed offering from Harder. Now 1-2.
Harder's looking very strong. His fastball and his off-speed's both working really well.
Now he looks for out number 1. Here's the 1-2. Hit over to short, and it is caught by the shortstop Merritt. Out number 1 is a loud one.
A loud liner, and he dived to his left and made a great play on it.
Joey Lehner, what a snag. Or excuse me, Cohen Merritt.
Now
I had it right the first time, but still, what a snag.
First baseman number 30, Darius Ensley.
Wow. Impressive work over by Merritt at short. Those two in the middle infield, though, they are tremendous together. I feel like both could have made that play, and that's the beauty of Tri-C. You could probably have had 4 or 5 different guys in there that somehow in some way find a way to make that play. 1 ball to count on Ensley. The pitch. It will run inside once again. So this is the first at-bat, I believe, with 2 balls. So we will see how Harder, in a spot that he is not used to pitching in this game, adapts. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. A good get right makes it 2-1. Exactly what he needed. A confidence booster. It gets him back in the right rhythm.
Heat on the outside. Very strong pitch.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see it once again. Just try and attack the outside corner. He does, and same success. 2 great pitches. It looked like it was going to go more outside than it actually did, but either way, that was a great offering from Harder, and that's exactly what he needed to do there. 2 heaters right by. Count even. Can he do it again? The 2-2. Strike 3 called. 2 up, 2 down. Strikeout number 3 from Mitch Harder. What a start to the game. 5 batters faced, 5 retired.
3 through strikeouts.
And now Shane Cope will step in. He is the designated hitter once again for Bryant and Stratton. 4 Tri-C next inning, just as it was last time. Merritt, Bowles, and Farrell. Once again, another first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. And Mitch Harder continues his great outing. It might be a small sample size, 1 2/3, but this 1 2/3 may have been his best of the year. Now 0-2. Mitch Harder putting on a clinic. Now, John, what do? High heat or breaker down low?
Outside edge.
Let's see if he can hit it. No balls, 2 strikes. 5-0 Tri-C. Here's the pitch from Harder. Outside corner. Can't get it. Very close, but it just moves too much. That's one heck of a miss, though. That was about as good as it gets.
He's putting on a pitching clinic right now. He really is.
He's looking for his 4th punch-out of the afternoon. Here's the 1-2. Shop left side. Miller, he ranges back, and it will bend foul. But still, credit to Miller for getting there. And obviously, we didn't see him attempt the throw, but my money's on him making that play despite the depth. He has been really tremendous this year, defensively especially. But if Tri-C can play like this come regionals time, look out. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's not even fair. Mitch Harder, so far so good. 4 strikeouts. He is getting better as this game progresses. I'm at a loss for words, John.
He's making the Bobcat batters look bad, too.
I've seen Mitch pitch a couple of times. It has never been this good. To have him pitching his best baseball down the stretch, and we saw the way that Keegan pitched, what is the limit for this Tri-C team? That is what they're asking themselves come playoff time, but their task right now, add on to their lead. 5-zip Triceratops, your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Top of the order for the 2nd inning in a row is due up for Tri-C. Merritt, Bowles, and Farrell. It's not Groundhog Day. It's the bottom of the 2nd inning. This time around, Merritt opposed to 0-0. It's 5-0. A lot better to work with.
Yeah, first pitch is high. This guy made a tremendous defensive stop the top half of this inning.
That may have been his play of the year. I mean, full extension, completely got there. I was thoroughly impressed and really enjoyed that kind of play. Now 1-1 the count on Merritt as it's a good get right from Villarreal, who is still on the mound. And if he wasn't pulled yet, I think he will last a couple more innings. Now 1-2. Very similar to the performance of Anthony Perry back on Tuesday for West Branch. 4 runs allowed in the first inning, 2 more in the third, and he pitched, I believe, the full game. That one's low, count even. But sometimes all it takes is a couple of batters or maybe one go-around to adapt to a lineup, and then he throws really well. That could be the case, but if you are Tri-C, you just want runs after runs after runs after runs, so on and so forth. Full count on Merritt, who was one of 3 players who were retired in the last go-around. He flew out to right along with Rich, and then in between them, it was Gallagher who struck out in the 7-hole. The payoff, hit left side, and it will go foul. If that stayed fair, that would have been an inside the infield base hit.
With ease.
And we talk about his speed a lot. I mean, that wouldn't, like you said, have been even close.
My word, that yellow orb looks like it's making another appearance this afternoon.
You will see how long it is given in the playing field. It looks like in the bullpen it is dark skies. So we will see how long the sunshine continues to rain down. Here's the payoff. Hit left side, it's through! A leadoff single for Cohen Merritt.
Boy, the Tri-C dugout's really chirping away this afternoon.
They're an energy team,
Now
a
it's back
team
to the
built on
Triceratops,
picking
center
each
fielder,
other
number
up
18,
and being each other's
Jackson.
biggest cheerleader. That is how this team works. Like I said at the end of the last broadcast, you see a basketball team like Louisville who calls themselves the program because everybody matters. Tri-C is the baseball equivalent of what they did. I mean, it's pretty clear. This is a group that, from the top guy down, everybody makes a big contribution.
Look at Merritt's leadoff.
A very good one. He wants to go. You can tell. And Villarreal, he knows that. He will go. He kind of gives an advantage to the catcher, and he makes him pay. Reach a tremendous chuck from behind the dish for out number 1. He hesitated when going. That was his undoing there. He kind of gave a hezzy look of throw down if you dare.
Yeah.
Reach definitely dared.
Rich made a great throw.
I mean, he definitely dared to
Reach
go.
it is, yeah.
Reach, he definitely had a good couple of steps to work with, too. This one's popped into left center. It is down for a single. A good hit from Jackson Bowles, who is now 1 for 1 in this game, and the hit parade continues. 5 hits so far in this contest for Tri-C, and Pat Farrell will step in. 0 for 0 today in Game 2 with a hard 90 to his name. One of 2 players hit by a pitch last inning. The other one, Brendan Hazuda, who is currently in the hole. It was a 1-out rally at first for Tri-C last inning, and that appears to be what will happen again here if they are to score. A good first offering from Villarreal, but ball is called. 1-0 the count. They throw back 2-1, and it is not in time.
Bowles really didn't have much of a lead that time.
I think that Bryant Stratton is going to make sure Tri-C stays a little bit more conservative on the base path. Reach, he will go back and see that one carry on out of here. Now 1-1. But after Farrell, it goes to Miller, then Hazuda, and then Lehner in the 6th hole. And at one point, if Tri-C is able to score 4 runs in this inning, at what point do you see some substitutions? Just to get some extra guys, some game time, who usually don't see the field.
Maybe in the 3rd or 4th inning. We have some substitutions already in Game 2, some people who didn't play in the first game.
But I think we're going to see a couple more, especially if this game continues to go the way it looks like it will. Popped up, Bowles, he slides in, and it will go on out of here. So it doesn't matter. 2-2 the count, but Bowles, a pretty good jump. He probably would have been in there.
Yeah. Hit and run was on, and the batter just fouled the pitch off, that's all.
So now 2-2, Miller awaiting still. And speaking of awaiting, we are waiting for him to have his big hit. This would be a good time for him to find it, especially if Farrell gets on as well. Here is the 2-2. A good block from Reach. And to his credit, I mean, being a catcher last game for him and seeing all the balls go by, to put that behind him and play this well, I'm impressed by his resolve and just his mental headspace to be doing this.
Doing well so far today.
Here's the payoff. Skied once again. This time it's in the infield. It really won't matter what happens. If it falls, then Bowles is out. But it will be caught, and he will step back on the bag for out number 2.
Now batting for the Triceratops, the 3rd baseman, number 7, Brock Miller.
And now Miller will step in. 2 down, Bowles at first base. This inning really flipped on its head when Merritt was thrown out trying to steal second base. If that doesn't happen,
we could be having a completely different frame. Bowles, he goes. And right on cue, we have a pop-up. He will just continue moving along the base path. And it will be caught over at short by McLean, retiring the side. 2 hits to get the inning underway, but a throw out at second base courtesy of Reach really puts a damper in Tri-C's plans. To complete in Parma. 5-0 your score. Tri-C on top of Bryant and Stratton.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bottom 3 due up for BNS in this top of the third inning. 5-0 Tri-C your score. And John, last inning, it was Reach making amends and getting a beautiful chuck down to second in time to retire Merritt. That flipped the script. Tri-C then, nothing else happening.
He's having a much better second game than he had in the first game behind the dish, that's for sure.
And once again, I give a lot of credit to his headspace. To be able to put that past you, I am really impressed by him, and that is a great display of who he is and a good character-building performance. Here's the 0-1. Popped up right side, and I don't think anyone will have a chance to get a ball, and that is the case. It will carry on out. It looked like initially there was a chance it was going to stay in, but obviously just a bit too much carry. 0-2 now the counts on Al Zakwani. He is playing in place of Wims, I believe, as he was a late scratch after getting injured at the end of game number 1. Here is the 0-2. Just a bit too low from Harder, who already has 4 strikeouts to his name.
Al Zakwani took their strike 3 that ended game 1.
Only pitch he saw. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Harder looking for a 5th punch out, and that would be really impressive this early on from Mitch. Did he get it? No, he does not. They say he didn't offer. It is off the plate regardless as well. 2-2. That's a tough one there.
That was close.
Definitely close, but because he didn't go definitely off the plate, I'd say that's the right call. Harder working a little bit better now. There it is for strike 3. He doesn't have to wait long. And it's a more beautiful pitch, getting his 5th punch out of the afternoon. Out number 1 as well in this frame.
Now batting for the Bobcats.
And now we will see Nico Reach step in.
Nico Reach.
And this is a chance for Reach to really say, I am back, if he is able to get the first hit of the game for Bryant and Stratton. The pitch from Harder. Ground ball left side, scooped up by Miller. The throw across the diamond is in time for out number 1, or 2, excuse me. 2 up, 2 down.
Rico's got some speed for a catcher.
Plenty of speed down the line, just not enough to get there. And now we will see Shaw, the center fielder, step in.
The center fielder, number 9, Kealo Shaw.
We saw Kealo have plenty of speed out in center in game number 1. A couple of good track downs that were far from gimme plays. We will see what he can do this time around. 8 Bobcats up so far. 8 right back to the dugout. First pitch misses well upstairs from Harder. 1-0.
That was the first bad pitch I think he's thrown so far today.
I would agree with that. He has been really consistent all the way around. There is still some action in Tri-C's bullpen nonetheless. Shaw will send it deep to center field. Bowles getting underneath it, makes the play, and the side is once again retired in order. Mitch Harder, domination, no damage the first time around for Bryant and Stratton. Tri-C's offense looking for some more runs when we return. 5-0 your score on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The sun seemingly retreating after your comments moments ago, John, but still a good day for Tri-C. 3-0 your score as we begin the home half of the third with a foul ball from Hazuda. 0-1 the count. We have Brendan Hazuda up now, then Lehner and Gallagher following him. But a good defensive game, especially from Tri-C. We talk about the bottom of the first, 5 runs scored, but I feel like the biggest storyline, 9 Bobcats up, 9 right back to the dugout.
They are, and fortunately for Bryant and Stratton, Villarreal seems to be a little bit sharper as this game progresses.
And that is kind of what I expected to happen after the first go-around. Just as you say that, that pitch will back out Hazuda, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Now 2-2 the count. He wastes no time, fires the 2-2, and Hazuda greets his dugout with a gift. A powerful foul ball to that right side. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, beautiful dip, and they say no.
Wow.
A good miss from Villarreal.
If I were the umpire, I would have punched him out on that.
So the count is now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chopped left side, a weak chopper. Gherkin gets it over, 2-1 in time. 1 up, 1 down. A good throw and a great charge to get there in the first place. Now Joey Lehner steps in. Last time he was in, a 2 RBI double followed. That was a tremendous hit from Joey. It was a beautiful piece into the gap. He tries to do it again. Unfortunately for him, the RBIs just aren't in place for him to get those.
Best hit of the game.
Foul ball left side to get his at-bat underway. 0-1 the count. But if you are Joey Lehner and company, this is where you start to put on the finishing touches of your regular season and you get ready to host regionals on May 8th and May 9th. You have to wait a week to see where you are going to go and who's going to come in because Michigan, they're done next week. A good catch over on the first base side by Ensley for out number 2 as Lehner skies it, and now Gallagher will step in.
Now batting for the
Gallagher
Triceratops.
0 for 1 today in this game. A strikeout so far. But Gallagher, he was unable to connect. The only strikeout victim today of Villarreal, but this is the chance for him to make amends with 2 down in the bottom of the third. A relatively quick game so far. First pitch will miss, 1-0 the count. And keep in mind, tomorrow these 2 teams go back at it to complete the season. So now 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Once again low, now 2-1. But Gallagher, plenty of patience in the box. No real pressure. If this is a throwaway inning from Tri-C, it is whatever. But I think right now they're going to try and win off the back of their defense if no more runs score. That's just kind of how this game is going to go.
The way Harder is pitching, it could very well go that way.
It's not like they have to rely shakily on their defense. They can win this game comfortably with Mitch Harder on the mound, or if they bring in a guy like Wolf who can also settle this game down. Full count now on Gallagher. It's a big payoff pitch upcoming from Villarreal. Swing and a miss. Once again, he strikes out Gallagher, and the side is retired. 2 strikeouts today from Villarreal. Both come against Gallagher. 3 complete in Parma. 5-0 still your score.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Harder, perfect through one go-around against the Bobcat order. Can he do it a second time? This is college baseball on SmeeSports. For those just joining us, 5-0 your score as we enter the top of the 4th. But Mitch Harder so far, 5 strikeouts through 9 batters faced. Absolutely tremendous. And it's a first pitch strike to begin the second at-bat for Gavin McLean, the shortstop.
He punched him out on 3 pitches to start the game, Nate. Let's see what happens here.
He, along with Amos, both went down in 3 pitches. Here is the 0-1. This time it won't happen as just a bit inside that pitch is. 1-1. But Harder, he has been pretty much your textbook good outing pitcher today. But still a lot of game ahead of him if he wants to have that be how he is remembered today. That's a pitch in the right direction. Now 1-2.
On the outside corner, it would have been a strike if he hadn't swung.
McLean down to his final strike. Harder looking for strikeout number 6 on the afternoon. He will fire. Beautiful break. Strike 3 call looking the second time against McLean. 1 up, 1 down.
Heat, curveball. Wow.
You just can't combat that from Mitch Harder. I mean, 10 batters faced now, 6 strikeouts, no damage. Jack Amos will try to change that. He was one of 6 strikeout victims so far as he struck out swinging his first time up back in the top of the 1st. The pitch from Harder, a good hit into right center field. This could break everything. Instead, it is caught by Farrell for out number 2. A great play. Amos, you see, he puts his hands on his head. He thought he finally found the breakthrough, but Farrell says not so fast.
For the Bobcats.
Now Hudson Gherkin steps in. The third baseman grounded out to his fellow third baseman, Brock Miller, in his only plate appearance so far in this contest. 2 up, 2 down, or in actuality, 11 up, 11 down so far. The pitch from Harder to the outside corner and missing. 1-0 on Gherkin. if you are Bryant Stratton, though, you see good hit balls being caught. How do you break this up? How do you get somebody on? Now 1-1.
Take time, move a little bit in the batter's box, try to shake up the pitcher. I mean, those are some of the strategies you could try.
They have to find something. They need somebody on, somebody to cause something to happen on the base path. A lot of obvious questions and ambiguous statements in that, but that is really what they need to do. Change it up, be ambiguous. I mean, if it looks like you're going to swing and don't swing, that might be a mind game thing with Harder. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Ground ball left side. Scooped up by Merritt. The throw across is in time! What a throw! How did he do that? The side is retired!
That's the second defensive gem in a row that Merritt has pulled off in this game.
Cohen Merritt, what a play! How in the heck did he pull that off? It's in time, too. Oh, man. Mitch Harder, buy that man a steak dinner. He is owed it now. 4 perfect from Mitch Harder. And it's all credit to Cohen Merritt. What do you even say about that? They had their breakthrough, but no.
That was an insane play.
Cohen Merritt on a new level today. We will step aside, middle of 4 in Parma, and Cohen Merritt is the man of the hour at Ron Model Field. Coach Stahlberg appears to be the flash as he runs on the bottom of your screen moments ago. You know what? We're doing a replay for it. You'll see it briefly at the bottom here. Look at the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. You get to see the top of it in a second here.
For the Triceratops.
Wait for it. Wait for him to come in. He's definitely coming. There he is. You see him just run by at the bottom of your screen. He was hustling through. You got to give him credit there, John. That was great. 1-0 the count to begin this at-bat on Britton.
Coach's hustle.
That is play of the game now. That is the play of the game. Now 2-0 on Britton as that pitch misses low from Byrne.
Nope, that's still Merritt's call. Play of the game.
I don't know, though. I honestly don't know. That's a tight one there. But still, new pitcher. We've already seen him today, but it is Carson Byrne back on the mound. The 2-0 fouled away left side, now 2-1. But just what a game so far. So many great defensive plays. The offense blocked into one little bit of the game, but this has been entertaining to the fullest extent so far. Kind of as expected, but at the same time, not really. Now 3-1 as that pitch misses off the plate. Now I hear the audio in the background. I think that the clip of Coach Stahlberg is going to make its way to social media in the next couple of hours, whether it be myself or somebody else. This is the fun of covering Tri-C baseball. It is always a fun ride. You never know what to expect here. Now full count as that pitch is in there from Byrne. But this has been a pretty fun doubleheader so far, John. I mean, great baseball, great afternoon, a lot of great plays. Here is the payoff. Hit left side, down the line, it hugs it perfectly. A leadoff hit for Britton. He is cruising into second. The play is not in time. A leadoff double for Bryson Britton. He is now 2 for 2.
The throw was a bit offline, and it was fortunate that the Bobcat defender kind of pushed the ball in front of him. Otherwise, Britton could have ended up at third base.
That was a beautiful hit. We have seen so many hard hit balls down that left field line. They love to hug it, and somehow it gets through. And now up steps Adam Rich, 0-for-1 today, but a powerful hit to right field in his only plate appearance thus far.
Rich.
So now the question is, do you play for a potential run rule? I mean, if you're Mitch Harder, you're saying, by all means, you better. But for Tri-C, we'll see what they do. Bunt down the left side. It's a beauty. It's in no man's land. No contest. A bunt single for Adam Rich.
That was not a sacrifice bunt by any means. Rich knew exactly what he was doing with that pitch.
That was beautiful. I don't think that could have gone any better from Adam Rich. Perfect spot, great precision, great everything there. That's Tri-C baseball.
And guess who's up at bat?
Cohen Merritt, the man of the hour. What's more impressive, his defense or offense? I think it's defense, but there could be an argument made that it's not. But with runners at the corners, nobody down, it's time for some chess. Good block behind the dish from Reach, and using chess to describe baseball, it has been used commonly here at Tri-C in the games that I've done, but now I believe, looking at the intramural side of things, chess can actually be used in its own terminology, correct?
That's correct.
Chess, I believe, one of many new intramurals as a part of a big expansion of Tri-C. I believe $25,000 going into all of that, if I'm not mistaken.
You're exactly right.
But Tri-C doing a lot to improve their facilities and their overall campus. You have to love that. Here is the 1-0. Runner goes. It is outside. They throw back to 3. It's in the outfield. And coming on home is Britton. The bait works. 6-0.
Not the way they planned it, but the outcome is the same.
That is exactly what they wanted to happen, and it is amazing.
And that catcher was having such a good game up to that point.
It's tough. I mean, he's airmailed a couple down that third base side on strike 3. It's just when it happens in the realm and the context of the game, it's a little bit tougher. 1-0 the count on Merritt. Burns sets and fires. Runner goes. Hits him. Hard 90. And unfortunately, though, for Tri-C, Rich will have to go back to second base. But 2 runners on for Jackson Bowles. And if you are the Triceratops, there's really nobody better to come on right now.
No, there's not.
He's 1 for 1 in this game, a base hit and a walk to his name.
Now at bat for the Triceratops.
And looking at Coach C-Max, he is checking his
Jackson
bullpen for some action, and it appears there is. Warming up is Angel Nava, a sophomore from Florida. So we will see if we see Nava come in the game very soon, or if we see Byrne continue. The pitch to Bowles. Hit right side. It's a beautiful base hit past second base, and that will load up the bases. Jackson Bowles does it again, and now up steps Pat Farrell. Farrell, he has had a good game so far. Over 1 in the contest batting, but a couple of good defensive plays, one of which was able to keep the no-hitter and everything intact. I mean, we talk about Farrell and Wright. That big play, that good track down, and the communication between him and Bowles, he has been really good today. I mean, everybody on this Tri-C team has been tremendous, but a couple of guys have had some exemplary plays. With the bases loaded and nobody out, no better time for Farrell to uncork and make amends for last game and actually get it over. Left side, base hit down the line.
He just did it.
1 run will score. Now 2. It's a 2 RBI single for Pat Farrell. 8-0 Tri-C. What a swing by Pat Farrell. Forbidden nickname, forbidden swing.
And I feel there's a call to the bullpen coming up.
Most likely here. A beautiful cut. Once again, that left side. every big play has pretty much happened on the left side of the field.
Hey, guys, I know about the 10-run rule. Is it after 4 innings?
And now it looks like Coach Stahlberg, we're not going to see this one. He is running over to the other side. He is very happy. And if you ask the Tri-C players, the power of Coach Stahlberg running across the field, that has really propelled this rally. The call to the bullpen has been made, John.
Number 3.
8-0, your score. We will see who it is. I assume it is going to be the guy that we saw warming up, which is number 31, Angel Nava. But we will see. No official designation yet. We will try and establish that now.
It looks like Angel Nava, yeah.
And it will be Nava coming on. We will step aside as he warms up. This is college baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Nava warming up on the mound for the visitors. 8-0 your score. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee. He's John Kersey on the call for you this afternoon. The Triceratops 2 runs away from being 3 outs away from getting a run roll win. And yet another shutout. That will be their 3rd in this win streak.
Mr. Nava is the sole barrier, in my mind, to prevent that from happening. That's the only reason he was brought into the game, is to try to keep it to under 10 runs.
I mean, that is the goal. I mean, tomorrow you still have 2 more games, so you have to be careful of how many arms you use. Tri-C only using 3 arms in 2 games would be really good for them, given how close game number 1 was. Only using 1 arm in this game, knock on wood, assuming that stays the same way. But if it does, that's a really good spot to be in tomorrow. Miller now steps in. A chance for him to really announce himself. Double steal, and both are in. No contest. Add on to an impressive day on the base path for all of them, but especially the man on your screen right now, Jackson Bowles.
Yeah, Nico Reach, again, couldn't even transfer the ball if he was going to even try a throw. So
I feel like he had to kind of block it, too, which did not help. Here's the 1-0, and there is an official block, so now 2-0 on Miller. After Miller, it goes to Brendan Hazuda, another person you don't want in the box with the bases loaded. Or really at any time with anybody on.
Auspicious beginning for Nava, that's for sure.
2 balls to begin. The pitch. Now 3. So now it looks like Hazuda will have the bases loaded, but that remains yet to be seen officially. We could also see Miller just swing out of his shoes and launch the ball, which in the back of his mind is kind of what his intrusive thoughts are telling him to do on the 3-0. But otherwise it says lay off, and he does lay off.
Coach probably had some say in that one, too.
Most likely, because I you just see the way he eyes that ball of, come on, let me swing. But you don't swing there. I mean, 3-0, you have to see a strike first, and then you make your offering. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss down low, and we are full.
That might have been ball 4 right there.
So that time his thoughts get the better of him. We are full with Hazuda still hoping to have the bases loaded in a few seconds here. Coming set is Nova. Here's the payoff. And it's ball 4. Bases are loaded. And up steps Brendan Hazuda. The task is simple for Hazuda. Score everybody in scoring position, so that would be Farrell and Bowles. It's 10-0. Run rule could be in effect.
Hang on, what's going on here?
Then Miller and Hazuda would be the next ones, but instead of Hazuda, it is Garrett Grinstead coming in.
Garrett Greenstead? Is it Garrett Greenstead? Is that
So Grinstead now on to hit in place of Hazuda.
Pinch hitter number 17, Garrett Grinstead.
We talked about this a few innings ago. With the runs on the board, you bring in some guys you don't play as much, so this could really work in favor of Tri-C. A big hit here, and not only do the Triceratops have the run rule ready to go, you also now have a potential spot unlocking for Grinstead, especially as the playoffs are about to begin. First pitch, right up the middle, it's off the glove, and the play will be made at second base, but the run will score. It's a 1-4 fielder's choice. I think I scored that right. Either way, a run scores. RBI, but is that how you'd score it?
I'm not sure if it's 1-4 or 1-6 if the shortstop took that and touched second, but either way, it scores a run. So
I think it was 25. That is the second baseman. So,
okay.
But either way, 9-0. The run rule, one base away. A beautiful throw, and they got him at one for out number 2. What a chuck! And I would say on that dive, I think it's a lot closer than you'd think. That was just a great play by Nova on the mound. But now Lehner, he has to have it here. You cannot go into the next inning. You have to make the run rule be in effect with 3 more outs. Upstairs on that offering 1-0. So how does Lehner even approach this now?
Well, I think you approach it like a pass ball or a wild pitch would score Farrell from third.
Up the guts, 10-0. There it is.
And so does a base hit.
A big swing by Joey Lehner. 3 RBIs in this game now. 2 for 3. And Tri-C now 3 outs away from sealing a win when they get back on defense. But they still have some time to add some insurance. It is Vinny Gallagher stepping in. 2 strikeouts today against him, but a chance to make amends here. For Bryant and Stratton, it is Pushmacher, Ensley, and Cope due up to hit. Beautiful zip 0-1. But Pushmacher has been really good today, offensively and defensively, so that could be a really tough out for Harder and company.
This guy's got a good move for righty.
Definitely does. I mean, the lefties have the advantage, but if a righty can have a good move, you could see some really, really good plays. Swing and a miss, but that will advance Lehner as he kind of slides, but at the same time, he kind of just stumbles into second.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. The catcher wasn't going to make a throw because he had to go outside the box to retrieve it.
I'd rather him think it's a bang-bang play and dive than not, and all of a sudden it's a bang-bang play and he's out. Just a bit upstairs on that offering, so now 1-2.
I'm not sure that wasn't a pitch out.
It looked like a breaking ball, which is not really a pitch-out pitch.
No, but it was so far outside.
I think he just didn't get a good enough grip on it. I think that's all it was.
Might be.
Runner goes. It's high. The throwdown in plenty of time. The tag. He is outside the tag. Lehner swims in.
You must have swung around that tag.
He definitely did. What a move. The throw in plenty of time, but the swim says otherwise. Wow. Now 2-1. Can Gallagher get an RBI here? It won't matter. Pass the ball. 11-0 Tri-C. Lehner creating runs himself just like JB.
Must have taken his cue from Jackson in the first game.
Wow. And once again, we do have a lot of updates from the draft. We will have a video out in the next couple of days talking about the draft, but we will focus on the ending of this game before then. Full count, 3-2. Nova trying to get out of the inning. It's hit up the middle, and it is a 2-out single from Vinny Gallagher. That keeps the hit parade rolling. Hit number 11 in this game.
And it brings up Britton, who started this inning with a double.
I mean, we had a close game number 1. That's kind of what we expected. But now, anything but a close game.
Now batting for the Triceratops.
11-0 Tri-C.
Number 11.
It is
the catcher,
all
Bryson
Triceratops. And they are on their way to yet another big win. Heading in, the task was getting wins 35 and 36. 35's in the bag and 36 all but there. First pitch is in there, 0-1 on Britton.
Well, Mr. Harder wants to put an exclamation point on number 36.
We're not going to say why, though. The moment you say why, the moment it's jinxed. 0-1 the count on Britton. He is 2 for 2 on the day as well. So now 1-1 on Britton, who has been really a big bright spot for Tri-C. An unexpected surprise, I would say. I think we expected him to play well, but not 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs well. I don't think that is what we expected. On the throwback, it is not in time, but still a good idea from Nova. He has been really active on those attempts.
That's his best move today, is picking people off at first base.
If it works, it gets the job done. A good offering there once again. Now 1-2. Pushmacher, Ensley, and Cope due up next inning once again for the Bobcats. Nova will set 1-2 the count. The pitch. Not in there. Close, but not close enough. So now the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But this game very quick in comparison to the last one. That one was 2 hours 20. We're an hour and 10 in now. Count full.
And 40 of that hour and 10 have been through 2 Triceratops at bats in the first inning and in this one.
Only 2 innings with runs scored from Tri-C. I mean, otherwise it has been really quick baseball. And it is ball 4 to Britton. He stays perfect offensively, and Adam Rich will step back in unless he is being pinch hit for. But based on the song choice for the walk-up, it will indeed be Adam Rich.
Now batting for the Triceratops.
Rich,
the left fielder,
1 for 2
6,
today.
Adam Rich.
But it looks like we might not see him in the end here. Coach Stahlberg, he is going to make the change.
Nope, somebody's coming up.
And we will see who this is.
What's his name?
It is Jackson Campbell coming on.
Ladies and gentlemen, pinch hitter for the Triceratops.
And Campbell, so far this
Number
year,
8,
7
Jackson
games played,
Campbell.
6 at-bats. He has 1 hit this year. He's batting 167, so this is only his 7th at-bat of the year.
He's also from Australia, I've been told.
So we will see if he brings down some big swings from the land down under. 2-1, 2 out. Can he make something happen here? First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. And this is kind of what we expected, I think, here. We're going to see some guys who usually don't play come in, but at the same time, guys that you can put in the field and trust to make plays to close out this game. Now 1-1, a good offering from Nova.
Only in Ohio would you see a pitcher from Florida pitching to a hitter from Australia.
That's about as accurate as it can be. The 1-1 chopped right back to Nova. He will make the snag. The throw to 1 is in time, and the side is retired. Well, Mitch Harder, the ball is in your court. 3 outs away. Can he do something that we really don't know the name of, which is obviously a lie, but we really can't say it, can we? We're going to hope that he can do it. Either way, Tri-C 3 outs away from sealing the deal in this one. Once the game concludes, stay tuned after our final commercial break as we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville player of the game. And John, I have a decent guess as to who it's going to be, but we will have to wait and find out, so stay tuned. You do not want to miss this ending.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bryant Stratton down to their final three outs of this contest.
Is it Brody or Brady?
And they're going to need to get them quick here as Brody Pushmeyer, Darius Ensley, and Shane Cope are due up this frame. It's a big frame for Tri-C. They are looking for win number 36, and these would be the final 2 wins at home for the regular season. It is pretty much confirmed that they will host a region, so these are not the final home games of the year for Tri-C, but they still want to end the regular season with 2 big dominant wins at home. 0-1 the count on Pushmeyer as he swings and fouls it into the glove. I think they say there was a light tip, but I didn't necessarily see that. Regardless, 0-1 the count.
It's good practice for the catcher.
And that was pitch number 40 on the afternoon. This one, 41 from Harder, and it's 0-2. From pitch 1 to pitch 41, he has been tremendous. No way around it. This is pitch 42. It's the jersey number 1 of 1 pitch. Here's the 0-2, and it's chopped foul. A good survival cut, and I think Harder will take that. After Pushmeyer, it goes to Ensley and then Cope. So we will see what Harder comes back with. He already has 6 strikeouts to his name through a total of 12 batters. Now he is ready for pitch 43. Here it is. Hit right side, and it is down. A leadoff single for Pushmeyer, and that will incite the chaos that Bryant Stratton tried to create. It's still potentially a shutout, but still unfortunate to begin there. It was close, but a good bit of hitting.
Well, it was clean. Now batting.
And to the credit of Bryant and Stratton, they realistically should have 4 or 5 hits by now. Just the way that they have hit the ball. And it's really surprising that that was the first hit of this game. I mean, 4 or 5 is probably a good number for them to be at, but still, not there.
Well, no thanks. Much thanks to Mr. Merritt for 2 great plays at short.
He was doing all he could in the early stages of this game to prevent that from happening. Just a good hit ball. 0-1 now the count. Ensley looking to help Bryant and Stratton potentially get something out of this inning. And now hit by a pitch. So 2 runners on now. It might not be as clean cut as first expected. Now if you're Harder, what's your mindset here?
Is that Cope 27? Now batting for the Bobcats, designated hitter number 27, Shane Cope.
But I mean, Harder, his mindset, I mean, I don't know what exactly it's going to be here, but he might have to change it up just a little bit. 2 on, nobody out for Cope. First pitch is low, 1-0. Keep in mind, Bryant and Stratton, they need 2 runs to keep this game going into the bottom of the 5th. They might have enough behind them to get there. Here is the 1-0. Hit right center field. It will bloop in again. And that will load up the bases. Nothing the first 4. And now 3 for 3 in the 5th. A quick turnaround from the Bobcats, who now have the game-saving run in scoring position.
Now batting for
A
Bryant
quick
right
swing.
fielder, number 18,
And now Taylor Al-Zakwani steps in. So now, bases loaded. At what point does the play become at the plate? First pitch, it is low, 1-0 the count. And there has been sporadic action in the bullpen of Tri-C, but if they can get through the rest of this game with Mitch Harder, they are going to. And given tomorrow, they're going to have to. Here's the 1-0. Now 2-0. It's like that one hit kind of broke his stride.
Perhaps.
Up until then, 42 pitches of dominance. Since then, 10 or so have gone away from him. Popped up right side, and it will fall foul. We saw Keegan Gilbride. He took a complete game shutout deep into game number 1, and similar story. Just at the end of these games, that's when Bryant and Stratton finds their stride.
Well, Kyle Stylberg talks about how good of a hitting team Bryant and Stratton is, so we might be seeing that right now.
Heading into today, they have an average of .302. But they have been very sporadic and very spotty with their performances this year. They started off 7-0, so by that account, better than Tri-C, but then proceeded to lose their next 9. 3-1. Call, strike on the outside corner, now full. Harder went from fighting for a perfect game to fighting for a shutout.
Right now, he'd settle for an out.
Big payoff. Ground ball left side. The play will be made at second base. The throw to one will not happen. It is a sacrifice from Al Zaquani, and that will put the Bobcats on the board. And the game-saving run now 90 feet away. So a big change in scenario.
Smart move just to get the sure out there.
We can potentially now see a walk-off from Tri-C in the bottom of the inning.
Nico, reach.
Which I think that is going to probably be the case right now, the way that this is going. A walk-off opportunity for one of Merritt, Bowles, Farrell, you name it.
We'll see.
An unconventional walk-off, if you will. 2 outs now. This is a chance to end the game. 0-1 the count on reach. So I guess they did give the guy an out at one. I thought initially he was there, so that changes it completely.
He was called for interference, I believe.
That makes a lot more sense. A good offering in there. 2 good pitches in a row. It should be 0-2, yes. Pretty sure. It is 0-2. Harder looking to seal the deal here. Can he do it? Mitch Harder, a great game so far. 6 strikeouts. Can he end it? Pops up right side, out of play. Count will remain 0-2. But Tri-C with a win, 37-5 on the year. 6 more wins than last year and 10 less losses.
And the nation's longest winning streak right now, 35 and counting.
Here's the 0-2. Right in there for strike 3 looking. And that will do it. Mitch Harder, a gem of a ball game. 7 total strikeouts, 1 run allowed, and 2 hits. It is Tri-C taking down Bryant and Stratton in 5. 11-1 your final in game number 2. What a performance by Tri-C, especially the defense of Mitch Harder on the mound and Cohen Merritt at short. A lot of great plays in this game. We will step aside one final time, hear a word from our sponsors, and be back on to announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Run Model Field, the home of Tri-C. And for the final time this regular season, they get 2 wins, ending off the home part of their schedule with, get this, a 23-1 record. I mean, John, talk about this Tri-C team, 37-5. We'll talk about the group as a whole and then announce our CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game.
24-0 in the conference, right?
Perfect record in the conference, 24-0.
Yeah. Perfect. perfect conference record, first place finish in the conference. So many good people today did so much well in this game too, but it's hard to pick anybody better than Mitch Harder, isn't it?
And he will be our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strong. So, I mean, taking a perfect game into the fifth. Unfortunately, there was some kind of a jinx. We tried avoiding it, but I think somebody in the back row, I think Joe Flanagan said it first. So, by default, he is the one blamed for that. But we all say that jokingly. He's a former teammate of mine from this summer, so I'm allowed to say that.
Harder only pitched to 2 more than the minimum. 5 innings would have been 15 batters, and he pitched to 17. And of those 17, he only gave up, what, 1 hit?
2 hits.
So, 2 hits. So that's astonishing baseball. Great command, great control. I think he threw first pitch strikes maybe 13 or 14 of those 17 batters.
That was the best that he has pitched all year. I mean, dominant from start to finish. That's what you want from your starter. 2 more games. 39-5 is right there. 38 games in a row won after starting 1-5. I just don't know how you get here. I don't understand it. This team is just built different, and that's just pretty evident.
This team is so opportunistic. We saw it today, the way they scored those runs in the first inning. Where they didn't have a lot of hits, but they stole a lot of bases, hit by pitch, walks, combined to just put a lot of runs across the plate.
They definitely did. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of this year. So, if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. As well, if you are looking to sponsor a broadcast, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. And one final shout out to John Kersey. Thank you for joining me today, as well as your 2 students for helping out with these broadcasts. It was a fun ride, and good afternoon for baseball here at Ron Model Field, as is every afternoon that we can play baseball here.
Great working with you, Nate. You got a terrific future.
Thank you. And our next game here, it won't be for Tri-C, but the wait isn't too long. On Monday night, we will be here, Holy Name versus Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, 5 p.m. first pitch. Then we're at Minerva on Tuesday, Minerva and Alliance, 5 p.m. first pitch. Wednesday, I have a boxcast game for Mount Union as they host either Baldwin Wallace or Ohio Northern in women's lacrosse. Thursday, we are in Hunting Valley as Holy Name takes on U.S. Friday, up in the air, but I think the goal is to stream Lakewood versus St. Ed's baseball, 7 p.m. first pitch at Lakewood High School. That would be a fun one if we do it. Saturday, up in the air. If Mount wins, no game on the channel. If they lose, we're at Brecksville. Sunday, won't be on the channel next week. That's May 4th. It's Mount and Case Western softball as of right now. Then we go forward. We'll leave that for another day, but the next doubleheader after that is Elyria Catholic versus Holy Name.
I don't know what's more astonishing, your schedule or your ability to memorize it.
Put them together, my friend. Put them together.
Okay.
But that will do it from Ron Model Field. He's been John Kersey. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Ron Model Field in Parma. This has been College Baseball on SmeeSports. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next time.